Welcome to the show about the show, the podcast. This is episode 470. My name is Will, and I am 25 years your senior. Joining me as always is Atticus, who is the FBI. Hi, Atticus. He's there with his thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
This is a show currently about Twin Peaks. Today we're talking about The Return Part 16. No knock, no doorbell. We also have a Patreon where we release a bonus hangout show every week. It's over at patreon.com/Dr. Skeleton. Ben is out on assignment. He can't make it here today. And so in addition to that little bit of housekeeping, I want to do something else. I want to apologize to our listeners and our viewers. Today, it's going to be a little slow. It's going to be a little sluggish on account of my tummy being so full. I just ate a whole bunch. Atticus, let's just be quiet for a second. Do you hear that? I don't hear the sound of a single stomach rumbling. I think that everybody's been eating good. That's my way of saying this episode of Twin Peaks: The Return had a lot for us to chew on, I guess. No, it was big time. This was a big episode.
Yeah. You texted early in the week that we ate good. And that was before I'd seen it. So it was nice to see that going into now. Sometimes you've said that and I've been like, the recording's going to be rough because like I don't know what to say on this one. This week, I agree wholeheartedly. Yeah. Yum, yum, yum.
Yum, yum, dude. Okay. We ate so good this week. You know what? I'm going to still bask in this for a minute. I have some cold water eventually, but for now, I'm celebrating what this episode was. There was a lot to enjoy of what was happening here. It was one of the funniest episodes of the show. And it really seemed like it's the episode that like all the Twin Peaks heads were waiting for. This is what we all wanted the whole season to be. This was like a fist in the air episode. And the fact that it was so much that way, like there were so many just like stand up thumping your chest moments throughout this episode. The fact that it was so like undiluted, like pure Twin Peaks thrill ride, that you would your wildest dreams as an original Twin Peaks series fan you could ever dream of. The fact that it was so much that makes me deeply suspicious of where this is going. I do not trust this one bit, Atticus. But maybe this is because I've been hurt before and I can't let myself, like, I can't just enjoy a nice thing. I have to convince myself
I'm going to be subverted.
Yeah.
My expectations are about to be even more played with than I thought they could have been.
Yeah. Although maybe this is yet another self-defense mechanism where I'm expecting to be let down. And so if I don't get let down, it won't be as nice if I just ignored it in the first place, but I won't be hurt as much either. This episode aired August 27th, 2017. It was directed by David Lynch and it was written by David Lynch and Mark Frost. Ben, why don't you... Not Ben. Ben's not here.
That's okay. I'll be Ben today.
All right.
You can call me Ben.
All right, Ben, take it away.
Cooper's doppelganger and Richard drive down a dirt road and make their way to the coordinates that were given to the doppelganger. Jerry sees them and watches as Richard inspects a rock the doppelganger insists two of the coordinates lead to. Realizing too late that it's a trap, Richard suddenly receives an electric shock and is disintegrated. The doppelganger says, "Goodbye, my son." He then sends a text reading, "Smiley face, all." But the text is marked as not delivered. He then gets in his truck. I feel like the nose of the smiley face is uncooperish to me.
It's colon space hyphen space end parent space all caps ALL full stop, and that's the end of the message. Yes, the nose, especially with the spaces in it, is a diabolical emoticon, I believe.
Is it boomerish or is it just weird?
It definitely is I don't think you would catch like millennials or younger given an emoticon a nose like that. In fact, I feel like millennials are the last to do emoticons at all versus emojis. That's the difference. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that, right? Like an emoticon is like when you there's like you take the punctuation marks, you make faces at punctuation marks. Yeah, this is an unsettling way of using your telephone to me. I don't like that.
He also like kind of moves towards the truck as if to use the light of the headlights to like text, which it all just came across very boomer.
There are some Bushnell Mullins does some big time boomer phone usage later in the episode I want to get into. I want to talk about like just the music a little bit. I feel like we don't spend enough time talking about how good like the score is for the show, like the Angelo Badalamenti stuff. Like the synth bed throughout all of this is just so good. Like instantly sets a vibe. Okay, are you familiar with the rat versus frog phenotype thing? Like that so. People either look like a rat or a frog?
No.
I think Ben told me about this, and which is why I was planning to get into it with him.
Gotcha.
But Richard is like a rat-looking guy for sure. But I don't know how a person can really look like a frog.
Yeah, I can't think of a frog person. That's kind of I guess you kind of get used to in this show that people don't necessarily have complete stories, but it still surprised me that like there's not really, to my eye at this point, closure on Richard's story. You know,
like what he was doing.
Just or just like I don't know. There's no traditional wrap up of that as a story of him as a character, you know, getting any like, I don't know. He was a jerk at the beginning. He did something bad and then he ran into his dad who told him, you know, I don't know.
Yeah, there's no sentimentality about him at all, and not even like a positive sentimentality. Like there's he's like dispassionately in a way. Like we're not like close to him when it happens. We just kind of watch him climb up on the rock. And the summary says that he realizes too late that it's a trap. I don't think he realizes it all ever. I think he just dies thinking he just found the rock or whatever. And
we're also leaving out Jerry's reaction.
Oh my gosh. Okay, let's talk about it. Jerry's like watching this from the hill, like far away. I guess his storyline this season has just like he gets real high in the woods and then just like takes a journey. Like
he's like looking through the binoculars backwards at the situation.
So funny.
And then,
that got me so good.
And then he thinks that he zapped him. I think.
I think so. I think he caused. He thinks he caused it. I mean, due to the drugs or whatever. I assume is what's going on with that. But or he thinks like the binoculars did it. You know, like he's saying like bad binoculars, and he's like hitting it, and which is how I am with my PC when it like the display stops working, which it's been doing this thing. Well, I'll leave like a scene rendering overnight. It needs to take hours and hours to finish. I'll come back to it in the morning, and like nothing is showing on the screen. I can tab between applications, and I can see like it'll show, it's not just like the graphics card goes out or something. It'll show like, okay, you've got Chrome open and you've got the file explorer open. But then like when you hover, it doesn't show anything. You can't use the damn computer. And so I'm forced to just hard restart and lose all of my progress.
It's amazing that like that happens, and yet your computer will never miss when like, you know, if you try to like accidentally capture your Netflix, like the DRM protections are like 10 out of 10, always gonna work.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You're so right.
It's like interesting. The display, the graphics card is like really intelligent when it comes to blocking that out, but like rendering, you know, sometimes it's not gonna work.
Yeah. Yeah, like it'll the PC will never forget to try to remind you to install a bunch of bloatware like every 24 hours or exactly on the it never misses a beat on that one. But sometimes it'll just not work for the basic things you want it to. That's cool. Anyway, this is not a show about personal computers. It's a show about Twin Peaks. The truck is scary, as you said.
The truck is scary.
Last week. The truck is scary. And when he picks up Richard, he says something like, Mr. C says, I'm looking for a place. Do you know the place that I'm talking about? And I think he's trying to like size Richard up. Like he's like, he knows that he's his son. He's not sure like really what that means. Like, is he like how much of an instrument is this guy going to be? Or is he himself like a player and turns out just an instrument?
Tool.
Goodbye, my son. But you just get zapped, idiot.
The car kind of reminds me of the shots in like, or the menacing car in No Country for Old Men when it goes back to the scene. Yeah, and the car's up in the distance.
I thought about that scene too in watching this episode. It's like out in the desert, it's at night. Like they're kind of looking on it from afar. We're not really sure what happened here. Yeah, there's some cool parallels there.
Hutch and Chantal wait in their van outside of the Jones home. 2 FBI cars arrive, and the 2 agents find that there is nobody home, and they head to Lucky 7 Insurance.
But it's real hot in that van.
Oh my god. Miserable.
Yeah. You know it smells crazy in there.
It's probably like paint fumes.
Paint fumes, like Cheeto breath, body odor.
Yeah. Ugh.
Although she's eating like gas station knockoff Cheetos, not even name brand Cheetos. And yet still low key kind of good hangs ultimately, I think. These two. Less I'm glad I wasn't in the van with them this week.
Sure. Yeah. Although maybe it would have been a good influence on some of the decisions made.
Well, you know what? I am getting the vibe from Chantal, and maybe this is unkind of me. She seems like a difficult person to work with. I think. I think it would be hard to
dissuade.
Yeah, like suggest. Like, what if we did just move the van? Like, it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
Just keep a low profile. Yeah.
He did see us. We should try to not be a big memory for him. You know.
No,
but okay.
You gotta
fuck off.
We're in on the target.
We're stalking here.
Yeah. Man, Wilson, Agent Wilson. He's really getting it lately.
Yeah.
Wilson, you son of a bitch. Get going. He's got to talk to HR or something.
Yeah. I don't think he's home. Or I don't remember what he says, but he's like, he's very mean about that too. I was like,
yeah. I can't remember either. But you're gonna let your boss talk to you like that? Come on, Wilson.
Come on. Cooper lays comatose in a hospital bed, Janey-E and Sonny Jim at his side. Mullins arrives, followed by the Mitchum brothers and their assistants, who bring food then offer to stalk the Joneses home. Mitchum brothers are so much fun this episode.
I love them. Yes.
Yeah.
Also, is this not total vindication of my position that these guys are just solid dudes?
Good at heart.
They're good at heart. They're like gangsters in appearance, but not so in their souls. They're not soulful gangsters. they're not the soulful gangsta. Oh wait, yeah, you watched Casino this week.
Yeah.
These are big time. These guys would be in Casino maybe, or maybe no, they wouldn't, because these are like just like good dudes.
Yeah. They're just someone's like dumb front men, and they're just getting like robbed blind like behind them.
Yeah.
Which
yeah,
still
true.
makes them good people, you know? Or not.
Yeah, dumb people can get robbed.
Not, no.
I don't think that they are getting robbed though.
No.
I want you to promise me, Atticus, you are going to be somebody who's probably in my hotel room, or not my hotel room, my hospital room when I'm in a coma. I guess if I'm in a coma, I want you to promise me right here on the podcast that if like my fucking boss shows up to the hospital room, he's like, don't let him in, or like if he and I are legitimately close, I need you to pull the plug on me right there. Like if I'm friendly with my boss to that point that he's showing up in these moments, no, I lived my life wrong. You need to end it. Very baller move on the Mitchum's part to like bring the finger sandwiches and to stock the house.
Incredible.
Like, seriously, actually kind, and
yeah.
That's such a good skill to have, is to like be able to like take charge helpfully, you know, like to actually help out in a hard time. Like, I'm not good at it. I do a lot of like, let me know if there's anything I can do. But to like actually just,
some people are like, you come home and like they dealt with all your laundry, and it's like,
exactly.
Oh my God. That's all I needed.
Yeah, 1000%. That's what the Mitchum brothers would do. I would be too like, well, I don't know if you like to, what kind of detergent you like to use in your laundry, so I didn't do it. No, like, I don't know what kind of finger sandwiches you would like, so that's why you're still hungry.
Do you like clean clothes?
Yeah. Maybe you just like to be stinky.
Yeah, no, I think we all aspire to be that level of like resourced and smooth with your resources, you know? Like even down to when Mullins is like, I think we should eat outside because it's like a lot of people in here. They're like, oh, no, we're just dropping it off. Like that was just like,
oh, these are for you. Smooth. We're getting out of here.
We're getting out of here. Yeah, it's awesome.
So smooth.
Okay. Anything else on that scene?
Nah, not for me.
Gordon stands in the hotel at Buckhorn as the machines around him begin to buzz.
I wonder what his tech stack is there. I'd like to get a walkthrough.
Yeah.
See a Gordon Cole YouTube channel. Like, this is how I mic up the satellite or whatever he's doing.
Yeah. Plenty of it is like just his home lab bullshit, you know, like it's like a NAS with a bunch of movies on it.
I feel like we don't really see him interact with technology too much. Like he's been on the phone and he's got his like hearing amplifier or whatever, but I still suspect he can get under the hood and he knows how to set up his television at the very least.
Do you think he knows how to code?
I think he probably does know a little bit of code. Or he probably knows like some really like base or like important like bare metal code or something, you know? Like I don't even know enough to like describe the kind of thing that I'm talking about. Yeah. But like that is just like at the hardware level almost.
Cooper Now I'm thinking about it. His coma is going to put him pretty, or his, not the coma, but like the 25-year gap is going to make him perhaps less helpful at the FBI. They're not going to let him.
That's true. Yeah. A lot has changed.
Fax me this and that. It's like, we don't do that.
we have phones now, dude. This is going to be a big time game changer.
You're going to have to be like the FBI greeter because you can't. Okay. Janey-E takes Sonny Jim to the bathroom, leaving Mullins alone with Cooper. He receives a call about the FBI agents at the insurance office looking for Dougie.
I love calling the bathroom the little boy's room. Everyone else loves that too.
Yeah, everyone is like not uncomfortable at all. It doesn't make them squirm.
Yep. Glad he said that. And I feel like I haven't really heard like this is another probably problematic take from me, but I feel like I'm more uncomfortable. Like I was caught off guard in a way that made me more uncomfortable hearing like a woman calling it the little boy's room. I don't know why. Not that like I think it's okay if men do, but like I for some reason expect like a gross or annoying guy to say it, but I was not expecting it from Janey.
What is your like go-to? I'm gonna go to the bathroom now, because I have one that I have a really hard time saying anything other than I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick.
That's pretty good.
Real quick. It's got to be real quick. I can't not say real quick.
I have a hard time not trying to come up with something like kind of weird to say, but also not being like smart enough or funny enough to actually pull it off. And so like I'll say like I'm gonna go see the horse about the dog or whatever. And just fumble my way through it. But this is where we also get the realistic old guy cell phone usage from Mullins here on speaker. He's like holding it like he's never held a cell phone before, and like when he's done with it, the classic move of like not pressing hang up or like anything or like locking it, just like you're finished talking and then just putting it straight into your pocket. I love that for some reason. Just really.
It's a executive mindset too, like to take a phone call on speaker in a public place. Sometimes
in a hospital room.
Yeah.
Too. Yeah.
Elite status. Okay. Hutch and Chantal sit in their van and idly chat as Agent Wilson and another agent return to the Joneses' home. A limo arrives, followed by a bus brought by the Mitchums, who go into the house. A Polish accountant approaches Hutch and Chantal, complaining that they are in his driveway. When they refuse to move, he pushes their van with his car. Chantal shoots at him and he returns fire. They drive away and the accountant continues shooting, killing both of them. The FBI arrests the man as the Hutchins van catches fire. The Mitchums watch the spectacle with confusion.
I see the summary says that as the Hutchins' van catches fire. Are Hutch and Chantal, is their last name? You know what? Maybe, I bet it, is their last name Hutchins maybe? And they just call Tim Roth Hutch and Chantal when she got married to him.
Gary Hutchins.
Okay. They are at the
This
Hutchins.
is his actual name.
Nice. All right. Big scene. It starts in a spot and ends in another spot. We've seen a lot of the suburbs. We've seen a lot of like Rancho Rosa. We haven't really seen too much of like Lancelot Court, like exterior in this way. But they're similarly like the color treatment on these exterior daylight shots. It's so nasty. It's so like ugly to look at. It's like clipping and it's too bright. It's like too yellow.
It's like Weeds or something, except Weeds was probably not on purpose.
It's it really like it really drives home the point of like there's like no shade here. It's just uncomfortable. I like hate direct sunlight. I hate going out
Mm-hmm.
like in the
Mm-hmm.
middle of the day for any reason. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's just overly sensitive to the sun in that way. And like that's what these like subdivisions and like, it just feels like they exist in this perpetual state of like there's that light colored concrete that's just reflecting everything. It's too hot and it's just oppressive and
All the trees are
ugly
like
and
this. They've all got the plastic around them in the
mm-hmm,
front yard, you
mm-hmm,
know?
mm-hmm. Yeah. Uh, I think the knockoff Cheetos are like Chunkies potentially. There's like a fun little mascot on the bag. I don't know if that's a real thing or a the art department came up with. Okay, so they describe Hutch and Chantal describe the Mitchums and the Candy, Sandy, and Mandy group is as a circus parade. What's
Mm-hmm.
a circus parade? I
You know, it's
feel like
like
there's
when
different things. Like a parade, yes, a circus, but I guess I do kind of get it. Like, is there?
I guess it's like it's an odd thing to do, but you'd be like, it looks like a damn hot dog parade. You know, just a lot of hot dogs.
True.
I
Okay.
guess.
Yeah.
Or hot dogs on a parade.
Yep. Yep. This so when the guy like gets in his car in his Mercedes and pushes the van out of the way. This is the exact car accident I saw at Hy-Vee that I told you about. Like literally just like foot on the accelerator for as long as this happened, just like ramming
Doing
up
nothing.
against
Gosh.
yeah. Chantal is like, that douchebag is really pissing me off. A really good line. Doing car pranks with your friends. Big time. This exact scenario is happening 1,000 times a day in the suburbs across the United States.
Oh my
And
god.
I know that because I get served up a lot of TikToks with lots of these interactions.
Oh
Like
no, that's
you
scary.
saw the Reacher guy incident, right?
Yeah.
That's like a very much
The only thing
one of these
remarkable
types of
about that story
suburbs.
is that it was a celebrity caught in it, apparently.
Yeah, but it was sick that the guy who plays Reacher what like so he was just riding around his neighborhood on a motorcycle.
Gave him the reach
Uh
around.
excuse me. And one of his neighbors, one of these HOA types, was like, I'm just gonna be on the side of the Reacher guy because I think
Sure.
he's cool. Whatever. He tries to get him to like not ride around the motorcycle, and he comes at him, tries to push him and stuff, and Reacher pushes him or something. I don't know. And then I don't think there's a whole gunfight that happens, but it seemed to it take place in this exact suburb, according to the videos I saw.
I understand why people are like, I hate motorcycles because like they stress me out, but like driving slowly in a neighborhood, it's like you can't treat that like they're all like they are road legal,
Yeah, yeah.
It's wild to be like that.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously.
Uh, okay. So after the Mitchums like see this whole thing happen, uh, what's okay? There's Bradley and what's the other guy's name? Bradley Mitchum and Rodney. I think it's Rodney.
That sounds
So
right.
Rodney said, or no, yeah, Rodney says no. Bradley says, what kind of neighborhood is this? Why is this happening? And then Rodney says, people are under a lot of stress, Bradley.
That's so
Really
good.
good.
Forgot about that.
What are the odds that Hutch and Chantal parked in the Punisher's driveway too?
Right, that's too bad.
What do you make of this dude?
I don't know. It's interesting that the summary refers to him as a Polish accountant. Wasn't clocking anything about him.
Polish accountant sounds like a kind of racist joke or euphemism for like the guy in the village who knows where the beans are. Or like
Yeah.
what they call you in the teacher's lounge when you get sent to remedial 4th grade math. Like, oh, he's a real Polish accountant.
Yeah.
I'm Polish. I can say these things. The sound in this whole scene. Too bad Ben's not here. He's like the big like gun guy of the podcast. He could kind of like tell us more about it. But I thought the like the sound effects were really really punchy and effective in this. Like guns in Twin Peaks have a lot. Like guns in movies can often just sort of feel a little pew pew or like there's something about a gun in a movie that's they rarely like feel like quite as dangerous as like they are. But in this show, I feel like, especially this scene, it feels like, oh my god, this is like erupting. This is terrifying.
Yeah. I guess it helps that like two characters we enjoy and have seen, or we're interested in seeing, are killed here without much.
We get lit up.
The stakes are proved. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to see more of them, but
yeah. I guess we're a kind of another unceremonious end, and like an arbitrary end that we never could have seen coming. Like,
right.
So in like another show, like in Game of Thrones, like if freaking I can't even remember a single thing that happened in Game of Thrones or whatever. But like when a main character dies in Game of Thrones, it's
spoilers.
Like from somebody or like it's or like the point is that it but this is like you can kind of like guess who's gonna kill who or whatever. But in Twin Peaks it's really like some random guy showed up and went Punisher mode on them because they happened to be in his driveway.
A misunderstanding. Not even a misunderstanding. Yeah. They all understood each other. They just took it a little seriously.
They had irreconcilable opinions. Is kind of what happened.
Anything more on this masterpiece?
Wilson gets the arrest. I can't remember if I said that. But
it's good for him to get a win.
Yeah. Good job, Wilson.
Although him explaining the situation to everyone is going to make him seem like an idiot, it's like you're leaving something out. You're covering something up. I don't know. I don't believe you.
I don't know what's going on here, Wilson, but I don't trust
It's not your story. Mullins hears a noise in the hospital and follows it. Mike appears to Cooper as he wakes up, finally mentally and physically restored to his former self. He tells Cooper that his doppelganger did not return to the lodge and gives him the ring. Cooper has Mike make another duplicate of himself with a strand of his hair, similar to the seed that Dougie Jones turned into. Janey-E and Sonny Jim arrive, followed by Mullins. Cooper announces that he is leaving the hospital, and the doctors let him go. That's how easy it is to get discharged, by the way. Just like, I'm going.
When you're that self-assured, when you're Cooper, he kind of has that effect when he's at full power.
It's true.
Very interesting scene. I'm sure you could do a lot of lore math on like how the doppelgangers and like tulpa stuff works in this universe, or in the universe of Twin Peaks here. Like, has Cooper make another duplicate of himself with a strand of his hair? And I guess this is also filtered through the like whoever wrote this summary. So does a tulpa? You can only make a duplicate of yourself, or so like, okay, if we take that to be the case, that tulpas, Dougie was created. He was a tulpa, and he's like, oh, I need you to make another one. And he gives him like his hair. That means like the other tulpas that we see, it's not like Cooper made those. Like Diane. Cooper didn't make Diane. If it's the case that it's You have to look like the original. You can only make tulpas that look like you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's the case though. I feel like someone could have made, like Cooper maybe could have made Diane. It's kind of
That's what I thought. But what's to say that all you need isn't just hair, and he somehow had like hair from her apartment or something, right?
Oh wow, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Have you seen Weapons?
No.
Kind of got some tulpa witchcraft
Energy.
action happening in that. Yeah, very. So this was like a real like major fist in the air moment,
Mm-hmm.
right? This is Cooper. We've suffered so much of this like Dougie bullshit all season.
Mm-hmm.
It's part 16, and we've seen nonstop. He still is out of it. All right, great. And then this one, he's sitting up full strength. He's hitting thumbs up. He's saying, "I am the FBI." He's like, "Give me some food." He's like absolutely locking in. And however suspicious I am of like where this is headed, I'm gonna try to like keep my optimism for this episode and be like, I really celebrated it. It was really great to see. And regardless of how this goes, K-Mac is my goat.
Right.
This is one Unk who won't be chopped or washed.
Do you think we had, so like putting aside any future episodes,
Yeah.
was this worth the bullshit? Was this worth the Dougie to receive the Koopa?
I was wondering that. Like, I was like, so I don't think it would hit as hard if it started out with like this. I think that there was some element of thinking I was never going to get this,
Mm-hmm.
and then suddenly being served up a hot plate of cherry pie out of nowhere. I think that did make it hit harder. What do you think?
I agree. I also think it would have hit just as hard with a little less.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that even with a little less, and even if it was what if we had no Dougie and it was all like, possibly fan service Agent Cooper stuff, maybe it wouldn't have hit as hard. Probably it would have hit like 95% as hard. And like you could have still had like
it would have been 17 hours of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're pretty easy to please. We just like it when he does this.
Yeah. Right. And I will confess, I did kind of tear up at this scene. I was pretty elated. I was pretty psyched. I did also think it was funny. So like he's communicating with Mike, and Mike kind of fades in on the seat cushion. He's kind of like fading in to like sniff the seat cushion. I think he's
okay, I'm here anyway.
Okay, I can make a thing. But he says this is a real a real. They know that the audience is waiting for this, or like this is what they wanted, and Mike gives it a finally, and that's I mean that's what we're thinking, that's what we're feeling. They know what's up, and it's great. It's all good. It's all uphill from here. There's nothing. No, there's no way this comes back around to hurt me. It's all
and
good.
Is your understanding the, like, I know, just to skip ahead just a tiny bit, Cooper's plan, it seems like, is to make a copy of himself to live with Janey-E and Sonny Jim, right?
Yes.
That's a funny plan.
Yes,
but
especially
I don't know. I mean, it's a tricky situation. You're not these people's. But it's very funny. Just like I'll make something that's like some fraction. It's like an imp version of me. That'll be the dad.
And also, like, Dougie was like a piece of shit. Right? Like, he was like a bad husband and father.
He was
like
cheating on
categorically.
her and, like, gambling
gambling away all of their savings. Like their lives instantly improved like 10,000 fold the second he like exited it. When like, oh, it's no longer Dougie in there.
Maybe a duplicate of this Cooper will be better than a duplicate of the other Cooper, though.
You think they're different Coopers?
I don't know.
I do think it's fine. Like maybe. I do think it's funny though for him to be like acting so like virtuous, to like saying with such virtue that like this meant a lot of time. It meant so much to me to have spent time with you, and like you deserve, like, you know, like Dougie's gonna be home for good. And like send back like that dirt bag. Here you go.
Sorry that it's him.
Yeah.
But he is the man that you fell in love with. Or, you know, in a way. Cooper borrows Mullen's handgun and asks him to contact the Mitchum brothers and tell them he is bringing the family to the Silver Mustang Casino and he needs a plane to Spokane. Cooper gives Mullins a message to Rita Cole and he gives his farewells. Cooper leaves with the Jones family as the FBI arrives at the hospital.
Another realistic moment in this episode is that like a guy like Bushnell Mullins would just have a gun on him in this way.
Yeah.
I'll never get over it, but like I have to try to remember that I'm sure everyone is armed around me at all times.
Yeah.
It's so crazy for like, oh yeah, of course I just have a gun. Here you go.
Yeah. I like imagining that being unrealistic. I like to think, no way.
True. You know? I hope that's the case. I suspect it isn't. Okay, is this where they're driving? I think this is where they're driving.
Yes.
Together. Okay. So Sonny Jim says
the way he drives.
Dad can drive really good. And then we cut to like, or maybe it's right before like him saying this, but we see how he drives. We see like the wide shot of the Bimmer passing in the right lane at 2 miles per hour, like or 2 miles per hour faster than the speed of traffic.
Yeah.
Like it's a real like unimpressive move. But
maybe it's just Dougie was so bad.
Maybe Dougie was really bad. but yeah, Janey's like, whoa. It's like Jim's, oh my God, Dad. You used your turn signal. That's amazing.
It's like, if that's impressing you, why did you even get in the car? Why were you wheeling?
Right.
What kind of car was it? It was like a sports car, right? Like a BMW.
Yeah, it's the coupe that the Mitchums got them, right?
That's
I think it's the same BMW.
That's right. Diane smokes at the hotel bar and receives a text sent by Cooper's doppelganger. Unnerved, she remembers and responds with a series of numbers. I will not repeat.
Read the numbers, Atticus.
4855-1420117163956. She checks her handbag. What?
That was really good. Do you like read a lot of numbers at work or something?
No.
Oh, okay. That would be hard for me to do. All right, go ahead.
She checks her handbook. Words are harder for me. She checks her handbook, revealing a gun before walking away from the bar, and goes to Gordon, Albert, and Tammy and tells them about the night Cooper's doppelganger. The night Cooper's doppelganger visited her. You gave me false confidence.
Yeah. All right. This was probably like the biggest fist pumping moment for me of the episode, I think, and until I get to the next one, I can't remember. But we get the American Woman David Lynch remix playing again, and like the slow motion Diane like walking up there. It's very Drive coded to me.
Yes,
the elevator, like the strong colors in the elevator, the slow motion through this. And yes, I mean, we're gonna hear what happened, but like for now, this is thrilling. This is kind of like I can't believe I'm seeing this. I can't believe we're eating this good. I can't believe they're letting me see this. This is so great.
Okay. She recounts the evening. A few years after Cooper's disappearance, the doppelganger abruptly showed up at her house. No knock, no doorbell. While she was ecstatic to see him, the doppelganger only wished to know about the FBI's activities rather than speak about his own whereabouts. He leaned in to kiss her, but something went wrong and caused Diane to be fearful. He then smiled at her and raped her. Diane says that he took her to an old gas station before suddenly declaring that she is in the sheriff's station. Diane becomes upset, saying, "I'm not me," and draws the gun in her purse. Albert and Tammy react in time, shooting her before she abruptly disappears. A horrified Tammy realizes that Diane was a tulpa. Gordon questions what she meant by sheriff's station.
Okay. Let's dig into this scene. First of all, holy shit, Laura Dern. This is Diane is such an iconic character. Just like from the get-go of the beginning of season 1, where Cooper is speaking to Diane, we never like see her or whatever, but we have this like image of something of Diane exists as a character, as an entity in our minds, and as this like disembodied like concept, and that in itself became iconic over the course of the last 25 years after this has happened. Like when people think about Twin Peaks, like a big thing is about this like mysterious Diane that we never see or whatever. And then the job that Laura Dern gets for season 3 is to embody that disembodied entity and manifest her. And yeah, and she like she makes it even more iconic in a way, like to give a face to it. And like you can hire Laura Dern for all sorts of reasons. She's one of our greatest living actors. And so she can basically do anything, whatever. But like it's a perfectly legitimate use of Laura Dern to have her like just like serve looks the way that she has been, you know? Like if that's all it was, where like she just got to like look sick as hell in her wig and her cool clothes and like look nasty at Albert and like smoke cigarettes. Like that's all I would need. You know, like I would not complain. And I think that you're justified in like the Laura Dern line item on the budget for something like that. But no surprise, David Lynch knows what he's doing when it comes to casting Laura Dern and giving her material too, because this whole scene, holy cow, she's undefeated. It's phenomenal what she does here. It's really remarkable. What a performance.
It was yes, it was great. And it was also very shocking to have Albert and Tammy shoot her, you know? Obviously, I was like, holy shit, let's breathe a little bit here. But
yeah, they got the blowers out and air hole right there in the hotel room. But yeah, Diane talks about what happened, and then she becomes like overwhelmed, and she starts like almost like malfunctioning a bit or something here at the end. And saying, "I'm not me." And I think that's a key line here when we're talking about identity, and just the sentence "I'm not me" is kind of like one of those like Buddhist koans. Is that how you would say it? It's like it's a phrase that like you just roll around in your head. It doesn't like make sense, and then it unlocks something for you, or whatever. But I'm getting the sense that the text messages are like there's like instructions, right? Like it's sort of like it's a command being sent that she has to carry out, and she has like she's powerless to let and then that was like the go kill everybody
Mm-hmm.
order kind of thing. Um, and I don't know, I'm not super sure of all to make of this. Was Diane always a tulpa? Was
My
if
read
yeah, what do
is
you think?
that that she wasn't, and she was, but when Cooper came back and assaulted her, he killed her and went to the convenience store to meet with someone who was able to create her, like this tulpa version, and then she was like a minion of his from then on, sort of, but
I
like
think that's a
had
fantastic read.
some of the old memories still,
Yeah,
some of her old self.
yeah, and I mean, like that makes a lot of sense. And what for like the Twin Peaks to be getting into this fractured identity that's not new. That's from
Mm-hmm.
that's the original like thesis. If like we saw these everyone knew different
Mm-hmm.
versions of Laura, and um we've got Diane containing bits of Diane, bits of doppelganger, like evil or whatever, and all that. Yeah, yeah. I like that reading a lot, Atticus.
It's a little Dune Emperor, or what is it? What's the second Dune book?
I don't know. I think you. I didn't read him. You did.
Dune.
Uh, well, I'll let you.
Dune Messiah's right.
Messiah. Okay. Uh, the silent reactions from David Lynch's Gordon Cole in this too
Yeah,
are really great.
yeah, and it's interesting. Like the only thing he's like, oh, I wonder what she meant by a sheriff station. It's like you don't want to talk about all of it. Like I'd want to talk about the whole thing we just witnessed together.
Well, does that imply that like maybe he knew all the other stuff
Yeah,
and
I
that's
guess
the
so.
only
But I
new
would still like,
info?
as a good coworker, would still want to acknowledge, yeah, she was a tulpa and we shot her, and like it's like let's still say the obvious because we did
Yeah, we
fire
do
our
actually
gun
have
in
to
a
fill out
hotel
some
room.
paperwork when we air hole a tulpa in a hotel. Like
I
that's
wonder
going to
what
be
she meant
something
by
we have to get
sheriff
into.
station.
What do you think she means by sheriff station?
Is where is doppelganger Cooper right now?
Uh,
Is he on his way
out
to
in the
Twin
desert
Peaks?
somewhere. What?
Is he on his way to Twin Peaks? Is it feels like everyone is converging on back to Twin Peaks, right?
It does feel that way. It does feel that way. I can't. I feel like he's somewhere. Well, because he was in jail in Buckhorn, right? That's
Yeah,
South Dakota, and he's been.
Richard
Did
was
he
out in the
make it to Las
desert.
Vegas? Did he go to Las Vegas? I don't think so.
My first thought
I,
was like that, like maybe she is like connected in some way to like the doppelgangers, like the confusion of that's who my sense of self is based on is.
oh, that's where he is.
Yeah, but I don't know if that makes sense for him to be there yet, or even if he's headed that way.
Those are the coordinates. Maybe that's the like
The third one,
yeah, the third coordinates. The third set of coordinates point to the Twin Peaks Sheriff Station. Maybe. Okay.
what do you think she meant by sheriff station?
I don't know. I think that's I think the coordinates. I think ultimately I had to talk it through, but I think it's got to be yeah. That third set of coordinates. That's where they lead. Let's talk about her disappearing.
Okay. Sorry. Diane appears in the red room where Mike tells her that she was manufactured. She responds with, "I know, fuck you." Her face breaks open, releasing black smoke and a seed before she disintegrates.
And also like they go a little crazy with the puppet warp tool too. They kind of like
They do.
like,
I was watching it. It's just like it would be funny to do like a visual breakdown of it. Like, see, this is how we did it. It's like we know how you did. We know you achieved this.
This is like paper cutout. Like, this
is how we did Potter Puppet Pals.
Yeah, I mean, she was manufactured. She's like, I know, fuck you. That's a great response. I mean, her stanced up in the red room, like iconic imagery too. Like everything about Diane is like the word is iconic. And I mean that in every sense too, in the like the modern like slay queen, but also in like a religious iconography kind of way too. Like it's a really striking imagery. Everything about Diane.
Cooper brings Janey-E and Sonny Jim to the casino, and the Mitchums take notice of his different behavior. He tells Janey-E and Sonny Jim that he has to leave, but he appreciates the time he spent with them. An emotional Sonny Jim doesn't understand. Cooper assures them one day Dougie will come back to them. Janey-E realizes the man she believed to be Dougie isn't. She thanks him for the help and kisses him before he goes.
Yeah, we kind of already talked about this, but yeah. Funny that you made my heart so full. You were a dog, dude.
Cooper speaks to the Mitchum brothers about his actual identity on the way to the plane, initially protesting that while they love Dougie Jones, whom they still think Cooper is, they are traditionally not welcome in such places or by such people as law enforcement. Cooper agrees but asserts that the situation will be different and that they have hearts of gold, to which Candy enthusiastically agrees.
Oh, some rare exclamations from Candy. You know, like she's usually pretty passive. That's kind of interesting. Do you think they kind of giving Tulpa in a certain way, like they seem, if not like actual Tulpas, but like there's some sort of like manufactured for a reason like thing about them. Like they're kept in these kinds of uniforms and they seem to have some sort of purpose, is to like kind of orbit the Mitchum brothers.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure, but
yeah. I think that's interesting. Okay. My favorite scene, my fist pumping final scene here. At the Roadhouse, the MC brothers at the Roadhouse, the MC welcomes Edward Louis Silverson III, who performs Out of Sand. Audrey and Charlie arrive and order drinks at the bar, while Charlie toasts to them. Audrey stubbornly toasts to Billy. The MC then introduces Audrey's dance, and the floor clears for her to dance. The crowd sways back and forth to the song as Audrey dances sensually like she used to during her teenage years. A jealous husband cracks a bottle over another person's head, starting a fight. Audrey runs to Charlie, asking him to get her out. Suddenly, she finds herself in a white room, looking at a mirror. She begins to panic. The Roadhouse band continues to play Audrey's dance, but in reverse.
All right. What was the delicious part to you?
I just liked the band playing it. Like it was just so cool to hear that song again. And I don't know. I just thought it was very like I don't know. It was cool.
I want to rewind to like the very beginning of this section and go through it beat by beat, because we get this Out of Sand performance. You recognize this guy?
Mm-mm. But I like the
This is
song.
Eddie Vedder, lead singer for Pearl Jam. But his full name is Edward Louis Severson III. I'm not a big Pearl Jam guy.
No, me either.
But we grew up listening to our dad sing and play 100 songs like this. I got such vibes. Like I like our dad's voice more than Eddie Vedder's, I guess. But like the guitar playing and like it's the kind of song that he would sing all the time. Like it's got that, walk it down acoustic pattern in there. I loved it. I loved this performance. I loved this song. I wish he wasn't wearing that stupid hat. But whatever. And this song Out of Sand, apparently Laura Dern was the reason that he's on the show. Like she saw him perform and she was like, "Hey, David Lynch, you should put Eddie Vedder at the Roadhouse." And he played like a new song for it here. And the line that I want to read from the lyrics here from Out of Sand is, "And I am, who I was will never be again." I think that's big time. That's big time what's going on here. Who I was will never be again. And this is also a big reason for why I'm deeply suspicious of where this is headed. And this Cooper stuff, this isn't the way, this isn't what we hope. And Audrey, same thing. Who I was will never be again. She's like, this is the kind of like the nostalgia, like we're sort of living in like the nostalgia simulation in this episode or something. I mean, like who I was will never be again. This isn't real. This isn't this is simulacrum or something.
And it is very dreamlike too.
The dance. Yeah, absolutely. I'm worried, dude. But I mean, but also like, I'm also celebrating it in the moment too. I'm also like, and so I'm complicit in whatever this like nostalgia is poison and like bad for society kind of thing as well. Like, because I'm loving it. I think it's really cool to see Audrey dance to the song. I think it's really cool to see K-Matt give the thumbs up. I think it's great. I'm loving it. Playing the Roadhouse band playing Audrey's dance in reverse, like that's so cool. That's so
fucking cool.
What an ending! And then like, what it feels like a sci-fi like show or something, like with like a Severance thing or something, to have like Audrey wake up in like a white room like that, like a Westworld or something. I don't know.
Yeah. What's going on?
What is going on?
I don't have much to say about it, so I'll let you do all the unpacking of this random thing I'll say. But while I was watching the dance, I was thinking or wondering if this played to your Audrey as the main character theory at all. Did it inflame that theory? Were you thinking about that at all?
I believe my position was that Audrey is a protagonist, if not, I feel, and I want to say that's different than a main character.
Okay.
And I think it might be like, I wonder if this is all happening in Audrey's head. Like, is this all been an Audrey dream? Maybe. Yeah, I didn't think about it until you brought it up, but it's making me wonder now.
Because we were wondering last week if the key is to figure out whose dream it is, right? That's what we were.
Mm-hmm. Who is the dreamer? Possibly Audrey. Evidence might suggest her. Oh yeah, I guess that's the end of the episode. I don't want to. I want to communicate. Maybe I'm over commute. I've hit this too much, but like, I loved this episode. Like, I had a really good time. I thought it was great. It felt like I was being. It was like it was hitting all like the reward centers for me, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
It was such like a direct mainlining of Twin Peaks goodness that it's so good. And that's why I'm suspicious. But like I do want to like celebrate it for like how amazing it felt to get this episode.
Can you imagine what we could have gotten done if I wish I could remember his name. Jack, he plays Pete, was still alive.
Oh, Jack Nance.
Jack Nance. If Jack Nance was still alive for this episode, what we'd be able to accomplish.
Yeah. If we could have had Pete in the return. Man, yeah. That you know what? I'm not gonna say I'm glad because of what that means. It means that like we lost him too soon and his death was a tragedy. I don't know if I would be able to like emotionally handle like I loved Pete so much and like I was so like protective of him, but like I don't know if I would be able to like really handle whatever other shoe was gonna drop about this if it also meant my boy was gonna
be looped in.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, I feel like Harry Dean Stanton is kind of playing that role a little bit in a way this season. We don't really see too much of him anymore, but maybe a little bit. Okay, superlatives. Do you have an outfit?
Do I have an outfit? I don't know. No. Okay. Diane, I like the blue sweater. I think that's cool.
Yep. And don't forget the fingernails. She had quite the polish going on.
Yeah.
I think I also wrote down Diane for this. And my star is Laura Dern. What she did in that scene.
Yeah.
Was remarkable.
Gosh, it's hard.
It is hard. This was full of them.
Yeah. I think I think I might go Kyle MacLachlan.
Yeah. He was. I had him written down before we got to the Laura Dern scene.
Yeah.
And what are you giving this? What are you rating this episode?
5 stars.
Same. This is 5 stars. No, also knowing that this may be heartbreaking.
Yeah.
But right now, without knowing where this is headed, I'm enjoying myself for the time being.
You know what? I imagine he wants you to enjoy this for the next episode to have the intended impact. You know? Yeah. So you're doing it right. You're letting
I'm doing it right.
Trusting.
Thank you, Daddy. Can I have some more? What I have to say. Anything else you want to say about this episode, Alex? No knock, no doorbell.
I don't think so. Just good job, everyone involved on this episode.
Good work, everyone. Good work. Folks, thank you for listening to the show. And good work to you for listening to us. You can email us at drskeletonsartschool@gmail.com. You can support us on Patreon. It's patreon.com/drskeleton. Next week, we're going to watch the penultimate episode. We're going to watch The Return Part 17. We're getting so close. Wow. All right, Atticus, take us out.
Thank you, Daddy. Can I have another?
This is a brand new Extra Good podcast. Learn more at brandnewextragood.com.